Good afternoon everyone. So it's time to check on the worm farm. So let's see how much worm juice we got this week. Not actually sure how long it's been since I checked it last. I'd have to check back in my videos. Oh, I've got a wasp worrying around. We've been having a few problems with wasps lately. Looks like it's just about done. Let's turn it. I'll leave that. Oh, no, I don't want to knock it over, so I'll turn it off for now and I'll do it. Put it on it again at the end. Stick that into my bucket. And I'm going to put some of this into the aquaponics. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so let's check on the worms. Let's see how they're going. We've had a few pretty hot days lately, and I've been a bit slack and haven't put in the... Oh wow! We've actually got a heap of black soldier fly larvae in here. Now I'm going to actually take some of those out and put them into the black soldier fly larvae container, because I don't want them in the worm farm. So if you ever see little guys like this in your worm farm, they're actually black soldier fly larvae. And there's nothing wrong with them in the worm farm. I just prefer them in my black soldier fly larvae farm, not in my worm farm. Oh, they feel funny crawling all over my hand. Because they will actually break down the organic matter a lot quicker than the worms will. It's probably a bit damp in here too, actually. I don't think I'll add any water into it today. So that pod there, that is a matured pod. So I could give that to the chickens. That one is still a live one, so I could give it to the fish. Although not today, because the fish are a little bit small. I'm going to leave some of these larvae in here, because they're still going to actually grow. So that's really, really good. I'm really pleased about that, actually. I'll show you the black soldier fly larvae shortly. At the moment it's not really doing all that well, because I haven't got a colony of soldier fly larvae, and it's probably because they're all coming to the worm farm and not the black soldier fly larvae farm. So I'm just gonna give them a little bit of water just so that I can rinse out my bucket more than anything, and cover that back up. There's worms. There's lots of little larvae in here. This is fantastic. And the larvae growing in the worm farm will be good, because they'll hatch in here without a problem. Yeah, really happy about that. Got a plane going overhead. So really pleased with how the worm farm is going. But I am currently producing a lot more waste than what it needs, and I could put a lot of it in with the chickens, so the chickens would be quite happy with the extra scraps. But this way I can get black soldier flies. Sorry, that plane is really loud. So that's the BioPod for the black soldier flies. And how it works is you put your veggie scraps in through that hole, and then you cover it So I have actually got a heap of veggie scraps in there at the moment. Generally speaking, the eggshells, they won't actually break down, but that's not hugely tragic. I can just collect those out at the end. And then what happens, I'm not sure how well I can show you. I can't remember how much it comes apart. Oh yes it does. Ah, that's right, it just flips up. So this is inside. Now on the sides you'll see that there's ramps. There's also wasps in there. Ah dear, I'm trying to hold too many things at once. It's just not quite working. So on the sides there's a ramp that's at that angle, and that angle is actually makes it so that normal houseflies actually can't get out. So because it's just on the wrong angle. So the black soldier fly larvae trample up there, climb up to the top there, and then they fall into that container and they collect in there. And then I can feed them to my chickens. Now if they're still alive and wiggly and my fish are big enough, then I can give them to the fish. Otherwise, they just stay in here. So the real big beauty of it is this will actually stop flies, because the maggots can't get out. So the flies can actually lay their eggs in there, but the maggots can't get out. So they just end up becoming more food for the black soldier flies. And having the black soldier flies there will actually make it so that there will be less flies. At the moment I have more flies, which is a big problem because we already have a fly problem. And where there are black soldier flies, they usually deter the flies, and hopefully the black soldier flies that are hatching in the worm farm, they should actually hatch out and go into their mature cycle, so that they will then go into, hopefully they'll go into there and produce more soldier flies. So that's the theory. I'm not 100% certain if it's going to work, and over time if I notice that the worm farm is getting all the black soldier flies and nothing's going into the BioPod, then I will readjust how I'm working stuff. So at the moment, it's been a long time since I've done the black soldier flies. We used to do it a lot over when we were at Dampier Avenue. It didn't work so well at Eagleby Road. Not quite sure why. Yeah, I don't really know why that didn't work so well, although I think I didn't quite get it up and working. I don't remember, but yes, so we now have the black soldier fly larvae farm up and running, and courtesy of the worm farm, we have some soldier fly larvae in said BioPod. So yeah, I actually got this BioPod from Murray Halam. I'm not sure if he still sells them, but I'll see if I can find a link, and I'll leave it in the description if I find one. If not, lots of people have made them, so just Google worm farms. It can be as simple as a bucket with a tube in it that goes up on the right angle, which is, by the looks of it, about a 45-degree angle. So yeah, but that's black soldier fly larvae. At the moment, there's a lot of fruit fly and other flies. So hopefully soon it actually starts doing its job and producing lots of black soldier fly larvae for me, so that I can feed them to the chicken, because it's an excellent protein source for the chickens, and they also produce something similar to worm castings, so that's really good as well, and they also produce a liquid fertilizer as well, hence the bucket. Anyway, so that's basically the update on the worm farm and the black soldier fly larvae for the day. Have a great one. Bless you.